सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। हरिः ओम् श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्. We have completed up to 14th sloka in chapter 9, and we will just do the quick recap of 14th sloka and then go forward. Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dridavratah namasyantascha mam bhaktya nityayukta upasate te nityayuktaha bhaktya mam satatam kirtayantaha yatantaha cha dridhavrataha namasyantaha cha mam upasate. Satatam kirtayantaha, constantly praising, mam, me, cha, striving, yatanta dridhavrataha. Yatantaha dridhavrataha means with a firm resolve. Cha namasyantaha, and surrendering to me. Mam bhaktya, with devotion. Nitya yuktaha, ever steadfast ones. Upasate, worship me. Constantly praising me, striving with firm resolve, and surrendering to me with devotion, ever steadfast ones worship me. Now, in this particular sloka, Paramatma has used two typical words. One is called yatantaha, the other one is namasyantaha. So, he is emphasizing two aspects of bhakti. Yatantaha means purusha prayatna is required. Namasyantaha means God's grace is a must. So, both the components are very, very important for the successful journey of a spiritual seeker. We have to seek the grace of God, and at the same time we have to do our prayatna. This is what Paramatma wants to emphasize in this particular sloka. Usually there is a misconception. Some people think that God alone does everything, there is no need of our prayatnam. If prayatnam is required, God will take care of it. So there is no free will at all, according to them. This is called fatalism, which Paramatma wants to discourage. Paramatma doesn't want to encourage such ideas. According to Shastra, both are required. So, we have to do our Purusha Prayatna. At the same time, we have to seek the grace of God. Why grace of God? Because our prarabdha is ready there to give you the karma phala. So, we want the prarabdha in our favor, in favor of spiritual journey. So that is why we seek Ishvara Anugraham by namasyantaha, dridhavrataha. Dridhavrataha means without any wavering mind, so steadfast. That means one-pointed concentration and with no diversion. One must pray to God. This is the idea. Then sloka number 15. Jnana yajnena chapyanye yajanto mam upasate ekatveda prudatvena bahuda visvato mukham. Anye api jnana yajnena yajantaha ekatvena prudatvena bahuda visvato mukham mam upasate. Yajantaha, worshipping, Jnana yajnena, through jnana yajna. Anye apicha, anye cha api, some other upasate mam, think of me. Bahuda, bahuda means in many ways. Prudatvena, as different forms, different from themselves. Ekatvena, as identical with themselves. So, Visvato Mukam, or as multifarious ones. So, these are various kinds of worships. The worships are mentioned here. One is through Jnana Yajna, some people think of me. They worship me in many ways. One, as different from themselves. That is, I am different from them. So, God is separate and Jiva is separate. Paramatma and Jiva are two separate things. This is one kind of worship. So, the second one is as identical with them. As identical with them means I am equal to them. Then, multifarious ones. I pervade in everything. So, like that, I have kept my God as goal. Now, this understanding of God also gradually evolves. So, my initial appreciation of God is of one type, then my understanding transforms from each stage. My appreciation of God varies from stage to stage. And we can have three levels of understanding, especially about the God. In the very beginning stage, God is presented as a creator of this world. We use the word God created this world. In Shastra, this is called Paramatma is the Nimitta Karanam, the intelligent cause. Just as the pot maker creates, the pot maker makes a pot, a goldsmith makes ornaments, a carpenter makes furniture. So in the same way, God creates this world. So the creator and the created are two different entities. They are not one. In this particular model, in this particular aspect, the creator and the created are two different things. They are two distinct things. They are not one. So, the Karanam, Bhagavan is the Karanam, Jagat is the Karyam. Karanam and Karyam are two separate things in this. So, in this case, we have our Ishtadaivam. It may be Ishvara, it may be Venkateswara, it may be Vishnu, or it may be Devi, or it may be Chaturmukha Brahma, or Panchamukha Anjaneya, or Shanmukha Subramanya. Like that, we can have any Ishtadaiva. So it is a personalized God you visualize. So in this case, we have that Kshiro Danvat Pradese Suchimani Vilasat Saikate Muktikanam. Like that, we have the God and his location. If it is Vishnu, we visualize God in his Sashatalpam in that milky ocean. So, like that, we have fixed a location, we have fixed a form, we have fixed a name, and we pray to the God. So, this is the very, very fundamental and initial stage. So, God is taken as a person. Certainly, Lord is limited spatial in this case. He is limited, very much limited to Desha and Kala. Here, if he is in Vaikuntha, he is not here. If he is here, he is not in Vaikuntha. So like that, when you limit him in the space, the limitation will make him limited to a particular place. If he is in Kailasa, then he will not be here. So we do not say, in the next level, in a higher level, we do not say that God creates. We say that God becomes the world. God becomes the world. So kamyata bahusyam prajayeti satapotapyata satapastaptva idagum sarvamasrujata yedidam kincha tad sruštva tadevanupravishatu tad anupravishya satyatyacha bhavat. So like that, we have mantra. So God thought, I am alone, why don't I become many? So he created this world. So saha akamayata. So God became everything. In the first case, God created the world. In the second case, God became the world. Anupravesham. So he entered. He created the world and entered the world in such a way that he is everywhere. Now, where is God? If somebody asks, then we cannot answer him directly. On the contrary, we can counter question and say where he is not. Bhuf padau yasya nabirvyada suranila chandra suryo chanetre. Like that, the entire earth is his padam. And the akasham, the Swargalokam, is his head. So Surya and Chandra are his eyes. Like that, he is all pervading. The entire universe is pervaded by God. So in this case, God is everywhere in this world. There is not even a single point in this universe where God is not. So that is what Paramatma wants to say. Rasoha vapsu kaunteya prabhasmi sasi suryayo. He already mentioned this in the 7th chapter like this. Aham apsu rasaha. I am the very taste in the water. Prabhasmi sasi suryayo. In Sasi and Surya, in Surya and Chandra, I am the very brilliance. Like that, he mentioned that he is all pervading. So, if we keep this appreciation for some time, then we are ready for and still higher stage. Because in this, you can get further doubt. What is the doubt? If God is everything, then God also must be occupying bad thing in this world. There's good, bad, ugly in this world. So everything, when you say God is everything in this world, not even an iota of the world is left without God. So that means there are crooks of the first water in this world. There are so many bad things happening in this world. So everything becomes God, means all the bad things, all these crooks become God. Whereas we have all positive attributes for God. We may doubt when you say that God is everywhere, God is limitless, then we have to include the negative attributes also to God. So this is not accommodative to our intellect. This creates a problem when you say God is everything. So at this stage, Vedanta says, yes, God created the world, God became the world. This word God became the world, you have to understand properly. God became the world means it is not really became the world, but God appears as though. So this is the appearance or the projection. God projects the world or God appears as the world. That means the world is at a lower level of reality. God is at a higher level of reality. So in stage 1 and stage 2, stage 1 in our Ishtadaivam, only a single God, Ekarupa Ishvara. The Karanam and Karyam are separate. So here it is Dvaitam. And in Visishtadvaitam also there is Dvaitam, but the Karanam is all through the Karyam. There is no point where Karyam is without Karanam. So in fact, Karanam alone exists and Karyam is Midya. Now, the stage 3, we say that there is no Karanam, there is no Karyam. That is Arupa Ishvara. Arupa Ishvara means the existence absolute, which is Ishvara Tattvam. It lends existence to the world. So that's how it projects the world, or it appears as though it is the world. That is the idea. When God appears as the world, God is not tainted by good and bad of this world. So if you say when God is all pervading, then we have that problem. There are very, horrible things happening in this world. So we have to attribute all these horrible things to God. So in the third and ultimate form of Ishvara, God is Arupa. God is not having any Rupam. So in this Arupa Ishvara, God is neither Karanam nor Karyam. So he is Karya Karana Vilakshanaha. Asaddhamasparsam arupam avyayam tadarasam nityamagandavachayat anadyanantam mahataparam dhruvam nichyayatam mrityamukat pramutyate. Though Vedanta Vichara, they seek Arupa Ishvara, there are some people who feel they are not ready for that. Therefore, what do? Visvato mukham upasati. So they prefer to pray God, the all-pervading God, or Aneka Rupa Ishvara, Lord in many forms. Om Sahasra Sirsha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat. So in Mahanyasa, you might have heard Visvato Chakshuhu, Visvato Mukhaha. That means Lord with many faces, then with many eyes, many hands, like that. That means this entire universe is nothing but the Lord. This is what we say in the Vishnu Sahasranama. Visvam Vishnur Vashatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu. Visvam Vishnuhu. Visvam Vishnuhu means Visvam itself is Vishnu. Vishnu is not different from the Visvam. That is the universe. So to come to this stage, it is very difficult. That is why very few people come to the ultimate stage. That is why in Bhagavad Gita itself, Paramatma said, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye. So, such people who worship the Arupa Ishvara are very rare. So, we have 3 types of bhakti: Ekarupa bhakti, Viswarupa Ishvara bhakti, Arupa Ishvara bhakti. Ekarupa bhakti we call the bhaktas are Manda bhaktas. They are the lower category. Viswarupa Bhakti, Aneka Rupa Bhakti or Viswarupa Bhakti is the second stage. That is, we have Madhyama Bhakta. Then Arupa Bhakti is the final stage, the Bhakti Parakashta, that is the ultimate Bhakti. So one must proceed from Ekarupa Bhakti to Anekarupa Bhakti to Arupa Bhakti. This should be the travel. Then Paramatma wants to, explain more about this Viswa Rupa Bhakti or Aneka Rupa Bhakti. So he wanted to say this more elaborate. So Ekarupa worship, Viswarupa worship, Arupa worship. Though all these people seek me, I am in fact not having any form. That Arupa Bhakti is the ultimate one. So here Paramatma wants to express more about the Anekarupa Ishvara, because such people are many. So he wants to show certain points where he is predominantly seen. So sloka number 16. Aham kraturaham yajnaha swadaham aushadam mantrohamahamevaadyam ahabagniraham hutam aham eva kratuhu. I alone am the ritual prescribed by Shruti. Aham yajnaha, I am the ritual prescribed by Smriti. Aham swada, I am the food offered to the ancestors. Aham aushadam, I am all the vegetable food and medicinal herbs of all living beings. Aham mantraha, I am the very mantra, the chant with which the oblations are offered. Aham adyam, I am the ghee, one of the articles of oblation. Aham agnihi, I am the fire, the sacred fire, into which the offerings is poured. Aham hutam, I am the very action of offering, oblation. I am alone the ritual prescribed by Smriti. I am the food offered to the ancestors. I am the food of living beings. I am the mantra. I am the fire. I am the ghee. I am the action of offering. So this is what Paramatma wants to say. Aham kratuhu, aham yajnaha, aham swada, aham aushadam, aham mantraha, aham adyam eva, aham agnihi, aham hutam. So usually they clarify the students also into three grades. Usually the bhakti is of three types, as you know. It is Ekarupa Bhakti, which is called Manda Bhakti. Manda Adhikari takes this. The lower grade it is, like LKG. Then Anekarupa Bhakti. One has to come from Manda Bhakti to Madhyama Bhakti. So, beyond this, there is what is called Arupa Bhakti, Arupa Ishvara. He appreciates Arupa Ishvara. Such Bhakta is called Uttama Bhakta or Uttama Adhikari. So, from Manda to Madhyama to Uttama, these are the three stages. Now, Krishna Paramatma assumes most of the Gita students are Madhyama Bhaktas. They come under Madhyama categories. So, he wants to elaborate more of this form. So, Shankara Bhagavad Pada did remove the idea of superiority of one deity to other. Usually, when people are into Ekarupa Bhakti, they think that whatever is their Ishtadaivam, That is only God, the others are not gods. So this is not correct. That's why Shankara Bhagavad Pada started Shanmata Sthapana. He has prescribed how to pray different gods, created that Shanmata Sthapana, and also he prescribed Panchayatana Vidhi. In that Panchayatana Vidhi, when you are praying Shiva, Vishnu also is there in the sanctorium. So, like that, the compatibility with other gods is also encouraged by Shankara Bhagavad Pada. So, usually, the god of your worship must be your favorite one. It should not be a symbol of dvesha. Like it cannot be a lizard or a cockroach, which you don't like. So when you have God as a symbol, you prefer to have a symbol of your choice, which is priyavastu, not dveshavastu. Then the aham yajnaha means aham kratuhu. Kratuhu means I am the very ritual prescribed by the Vedas, the Vedic scriptures. That is what we call kratu. Then aham yajnaha, I am the ritual prescribed by the secondary scriptures, that is Puranas, Agamas, and all these things. So, I am the Yajnaha. Aham Yajnaha Bhavami. Then Paramatma also says, Aham Swadaha Asmi. Aham Swadaha Asmi means Swada is the offering to Pitru Devatas. If you offer to Devatas, we use the word Swaha. But when it is to Pitru Devatas, we use the word Swadha. So, I am the Swadha. Then, Aham Aushadam. Aushadam means I am the food eaten by the human being. This is what is called Aushadam. Generally, it is a food derived from the plant kingdom. Aushadam is also medicine, herbal medicine. Now, you have to eat, the old saying is you have to eat food as though it is a medicine. If you don't eat the food as medicine, you eat like a glutton, then you have to consume medicines. So that is the idea. Annam Brahma Raso Vishnuhu Bhokta Devo Maheshwaraha Evam Jnatva Tuyo Bhunkte Anna Doshena Lipyate. So, food is Brahma. Then Rasam is Vishnu. Rasam means the nourishment, the nutrients in the food is Vishnu. That is all proteins, carbohydrates, all these things are nothing but Vishnu. Bhokta Devo Maheshwaraha. The Pachana Kriya, which is done by the digestive fire, that is Vishnu. Evam Jnatva tu yo bhonkte. So having known this, whoever learns this, for them, annadoshena lipyate, they don't have any annadosham. So, therefore, the digestive fire which is inside, that is Jataragni is inside the Deham, whereas the Jataragni is inside the body, so it is called a homam. Which type of homam? It is called Vaiswanara homam. The other homams are outside because the fire is outside. The real yajna we perform is outside because the fire is outside. Shiva is inside and Shiva is the consumer of the food. Everything is divine in our scriptures. So start training your mind as early as possible. That is why after what you call Upanayanam or Brahmacharyam, you have the Gayatri mantra. So that mantra is myself. Aham mantraha asmi. Therefore, whatever the mantras you offer, while offering the oblations, that mantra is myself. Mananat trayate iti mantraha. By chanting, it will help you, it will protect you. Therefore, it is called mantra. Mananat trayate iti mantraha. Then aham eva adyam. I am the very adyam. Adyam means I am the ghee which is offered into the fire. Then I am the very fire in that Agnihotram. So when he says I am the annam na nindyat, annam na parichakshita, this is what Taittiriya Upanishad prescribes. Don't waste food. Don't blame food. These are the dictions mentioned by God. Then Agnim dutam runimahe hotaram visvavedasam asya yajnasyat sukrutam agnaye namaha. So Agni is praised, Agni is worshipped in different ways because Agni plays an important role. Agni is everywhere as temperature. Then 17. Pitamahasya jagataha mata data pitamaha vedyam pavitram onkara ruksamayajureva. Aham pita asmi, I am the father. Mata asmi, I am the mother. Pitamaha, I am the grandfather. Data, I am the dispenser of the karma phalas to the universe. Asya jagataha, to this universe. Vedyam, the one who is to be known. Pavitram, one who is auspicious. Aham onkaraha, I am the very onkara. Aham asya jagataha mata pita data pitamaha vedyam vastu. Pavitram vastu onkaraha ruk sama yajuhu evacha asmi. I am the father, the mother, the grandmother, the dispenser of the universe. I am the one to be known. I am the auspicious one. I am the word Om, as well as Rigveda, Samaveda, and Yajurveda. So this way, I am everything. So if you look at this, the four Vedas, when they are condensed, Bhagavan Chaturmukha Brahma uttered three Vyakrutis. Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha. So these are the three Vyakrutis. Then further they become A, O, Ma. So if you join Akara, Ukar, Makaram, the word Om comes. So Omkaram is nothing but Akaram, Ukaram and Makaram. So this Omkaram is myself, my real self. So Asya Jagataha Pita. I am the father of this entire world. All these verses continue the same idea or the same topic, that is Aneka Rupa Ishvara, Viswarupa Ishvara. God is everything. Aham Asya Pita, I am the father. That is the parent of this creation. From me alone, the entire world is created. So, I am the very mother because I am the father, I am the mother. Because I am the Nimitta Karanam and also Upadana Karanam. So, this Nimitta and Upadana Karanam is Ardhanarishwara Tattvam. So, Bhagavan alone is both Nimitta and Upadana Karanam. So, the material and the maker rolled into one, that is the idea of Nimitta Karanam, Upadana Karanam rolled into one. So, I am the father, I am the mother. Then immediately one question props up. Then who is the father of, Bhagavan? Then he immediately answers, I am Pitamaha. I don't have any, one to create me. So I am the very Moola Karanam. That is what Paramatma wants to say. I am the Pitamaha. I am the grandfather also. So Dataha, I am the dispenser and distributor of every karma phala to the jivas. So according to their karmas, I distribute the karma phala. So I am the data. Then I am the Vedyam. I am the very tattva to be known, the ultimate tattva to be known by people. So this is what we have. This word Vedyam is mentioned as Jneyam in chapter 13, and in Mandukya it is mentioned as Vijneyam. So this is what one should understand. My real Swarupa, that is the Chaitanya Tattvam, one should understand. So this is what from Ekarupa Isvara to Anekarupa Isvara to Arupa Isvara. Ekarupa Isvara and Anekarupa Isvara both are in Dvaitam, and there the Karya Karana Sambandha is there. In Ekarupa Isvara, Karanam is different from Karyam. Anekarupa Isvara, Karanam and Karyam are same. In Arupa Isvara, there is no Karanam, there is no Karyam. It is Karya Karana Vilakshanaha. This is what we have to understand. Then Pavitram. Pavitram means I am the greatest purifier. Punati iti Pavitram. Pavayati iti Pavitram. I purify everything. That's why I am the Pavitram. Pavitram means usually, during rituals, they wear a ring made of, a grass blade, a blade of grass. So that is called Pavitram. Here, Pavitram, Bhagavan is Pavitram means he is the purest one. So there is no need to have external purifier for him. Then he is the very Omkara. I am Omkara, the essence of all Vedas, the crux of Vedas. See, all, when all Vedas are condensed, then you have that Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha. Then when you further, condense, they become Akara, Bukara, Makara. So this Akara, Bukara, Makara joined together becomes Om. Om is a symbol, a verbal symbol for God. So I am that Omkara. Then we have 18th sloka. Gatir bharta prabhu sakshi nivasas saranam suhrutu prabhava pralayasthanam nidanam bijam avyayam. I am the goal, I am the sustainer, I am the master, I am the sakshi. Gatihi, I am the goal. Bharta, I am the sustainer. Prabhu, I am the master. Sakshi, I am the witness. Nivasaha, I am the abode. Saranam, I am the refuge. Suhrut, I am the well-wisher. Prabhavaha, I am the very source. Pralayaha, the ground of resolution. Sthanam, support. Then Nidhanam, the repository of all. Avyayam Bijam, the inexhaustible seed I am. So Paramatma is describing his very nature further. I am the goal, the sustainer, the master, the witness, the abode, the refuge, the well-wisher, the source, and the ground of resolution. and the ground of resolution, the support, the repository of all, and the inexhaustible seed. Aham gatihi, Bharta, Prabhu, Sakshi, Nivasaha, Saranam, Suhrut, Prabhavaha, Pralayha, Sthanam, Nidanam, Avyayam, Bijam cha Asmi. I am the goal. Bharta means the sustainer. Prabhu means master. So, Paramatma says, Paramatma is further giving the list of things. Here he points out that all these things are my own manifestation. So the Ishvara, as Ishvara I am appearing in all these things. So we have to say Gatihi Ishvaraha, Bharta Ishvaraha, Prabhu Ishvaraha, Sakshi Ishvaraha, like that. Everything is Ishvara. Like in Rudram. Rudram we say everything in this world is Ishvara. In the same way, all these items are Ishvara. So we'll see one by one. Gatihi means the destination, goal, which is kept in the mind of every person. We can say karma phalam is always the goal of a person. How do you say karma phalam is the goal? Every person is busy in doing karma. So if you ask him why he is doing this karma, nobody will say just I will enjoy the work. No, that is not true. He will be doing a work in order to, get some karma phalam, a desired karma phalam. That. So, that karma phalam is the goal or gati. So, the destination I am, aham, asmi. So, the very destination is myself. Then, I am Bharta. Bharta means I am the sustainer of this entire world. I created this world. Then I create the food and I sustain this world. I sustain this world means by lending existence to this world, he sustains this world. That is one thing. And for jivas, he creates the food. By Surya Kiranas, by sun rays, he creates the carbohydrates. So that way he is a poshaka, poshan. He is the sustainer of this entire world. Then he is the master. Because of him, the entire world, sustains and it executes its vyavahara. If his presence is not there, then the world is not there. So he has the overlordship of the entire world. He controls the Maya and creates the Jagat. Therefore, Bhagavan is the master, because this entire world is the Maya's manifestation. Maya becomes Vyaktam and Avyaktam. So when Maya is in the form of Vyaktam, we see this world. So this is happening because of Bhagavan. Bhagavan controls the Maya and creates this world. So he is the master. Then witness. When you say he is the creator, when he is the creator, does he not get that karma phala? Because when we do this thing, we are accruing papam and punyam basing on the karma we do. Why not Bhagavan accrue papam or punyam? For this, Shastra says Bhagavan doesn't get papam or punyam because he is asangaha. He is only sakshi. So, he is not tainted by the work that is taken place here. He is siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga utyate. Sukha dukkhe samay krutva labha labho jaya jayo. He is not worried about siddhi asiddhi and sukham and dukkham all are equal to him because he is a sakshi. So that is Bhagavan is not the actual doer, or he is not the enjoyer. He is not a karta, he is not a bhokta. Sakshi cheta kevalo nirgunascha. He is only sakshi, and his mere presence is enough to, have all this vyavahara. So this is the aspect. Then nivasaha. Nivasaha means he is the abode for everything. Avakasa pradatru akasa. Like akasam can accommodate everything. Since Bhagavan is all pervading, all things are within him. So he is the abode of the entire universe. So he is nivasaha. Shantakaram bhujagasenam padmanapam suresam Viswadharam Gagana Sadrusam. Viswadharam, this Adhara, the world, is the sustainer, he is the support of this entire world. In the Bhujagasenam means he is the that Bhujagam, that Adiseshu is his support. That is what Purana says. But in fact, he is the support for the entire universe. He is the very support for that Adiseshu also. So that is what we have. This Adiseshu as the, cart for Bhagavan, or Puja Swamiji often says humorously, that is the first spring cart in this world. Vishnu, Bhagavan, had the first spring cart in this world. So, he is the support for this entire world. Then Saranam. Saranam means he is the shelter. So, when every other person in the world rejects me, when every other person is not able to help me, when I becomes helpless, then Bhagavan is the only person who can help me. So, he is the ultimate refuge for everyone. So he is the protector of everyone. This is what we have to understand by Saranam. So we have Siryate Dukkham Asmin iti Saranam. Saranam means by definition, in whose presence we are free from our problems. That is what we call Saranam. Then there is one word called Sukhrut. Sukhrut means a well-wisher. Sukhrut, the person may not be known to you. His very nature is to help others. So when somebody is in difficulty, if he happen to see that, he goes out and out to help him. So he doesn't, expect any returns from that person. His very nature is to help people, irrespective of whether the person is known or not known. So that is very nature of that person. Such person is called Sukhrud, and Bhagavan is Sukhrud. Bhagavan always helps. Whereas our nature is entirely different. One person, he is in a very difficult situation. He had a terminal disease. Doctor declared that he will die in few days. So he prayed God and he said, if I can survive and if I am free of this disease, then I will give my house to you. I will donate my house to you. That is what he promised. Then all his ailments, they were cured. So he is out of danger. Now the time has come for him to fulfill his desire. So he doesn't want to part with his house, which is a very costly one. So what he did, he advertised in the paper, I am going to sell my house, and with one condition, those who buy the house must also buy my cat. He said that the cost of the house is 1 rupee, balance of 99 lakhs, 99,999 rupees is the cost of my cat. So those who buy must buy cat also. That means 1 crore house, he had split with intelligence like this. So like this, these people, when things are fulfilled, they change their attitude. Bhagavan is not like that. Bhagavan comes out and out to help people. So he is Suhrud. Nidanam. Nidanam means he is the storehouse or the repository of everything in the creation. Not only everything, even every knowledge he has. So all knowledge is with Bhagavan. That is he is Sarvajna. So Avyayam Bijam. Avyayam Bijam. Avyayam Bijam means he is the seed of this entire universe. Inexhaustible seed. Inexhaustible seed means which will not vanish. So out of which infinite things appear, and that's how he becomes Avyaktam Bijam. So like this, Paramatma wants to explain more and more about the Viswarupa Ishvara. He will further continue this with one more shloka. We will see that in the next class. Om Tat Sat Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamast. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudatyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.